What's up, every day? Top of the morning to you. We got some work to do at the rescue today. We've got fish that are moving. Some fish that you guys have been asking about. How about the hybrids? How are they doing? Well, they're through quarantine. We're going to put them up in that 135 right back there. We've got some fish out in the other room that we moved around, so I'm going to share that with you and probably give you guys a stock update. How cool is that? So first up, we've got these little hybrid catfish here. These guys are all going to go up into the other tank, and we will get them moved here in just a second. Okay, here we go. Got a net full of fish. Let's go in their new tank. There we go. And out they go. Check that out. Now these guys are able to be viewed and seen. You got that sickle fin barb. There's another Siamese giant carp, and then these hybrids, the high fin with the red tail cat. These guys are super cool. Now they'll have there's a little Chinese whales back there too. But we've got these guys now able to sprawl out and get a bit more, room, and we'll be able to see them a lot more on camera now. How cool is that? And then right up top here, I've still got the babies, which are doing well. I got to suck out all this poop, so that means that they are eating and pooping. So that is a good sign every day. I still have them in this tray so we can feed them quite, regularly and often, and make sure they're getting the right food. And say like the other fish aren't eating them, or if it's too big, the food might go to one back corner and spoil back there before the rays can find it and get on it, because we are training them to eat the foods we are giving them right now. And I do have some bad news though. The baby that did get pushed out of the birthing canal and came out with all them cuts and scrapes on her, she did happen to pass away. I tried everything I could, but newborn pups, with the way that their immune system works, it's just not feasible to always save them. She was just had far too many wounds and not enough of an immune system. So it was a few days before she passed. But I tried, but we just couldn't save them. That is the trials and tribulations of breeding stingrays. But we do have 5 wonderful, healthy little baby pups, which will actually be starting to find their homes this next week. How cool is that? Okay, so you guys remember over in this 550, we had a red-tailed giant gourami. Well, I had to end up pulling him out because I started seeing nips on the arowana, the paraiba, and the lungfish, and I couldn't figure out who it was. And I was out here looking at him one night, and I just so happened to find it, and it was the gourami. So I'll show you where I put him the other day. But while I'm over here, let's take a look at this salt tank. This is just a fowler system now. Got some yellow tangs in there. 2 of the black storm clowns. We've got 3 snowflakes. There's a mist bar, black ocellaris. There goes a midnight. There's a coral beauty angel. And a few more in there as well. But let's take a walk around and find out where we put that gourami. That big old Brutus. Looking great as always. But we come over here. We take a look. I think I have someone coming to pick up this lungfish next week, as well as a few other fish from around the rescue. I've really been being cleaned out here over the last couple of weeks, and it's been great. But we look over here. I did have to move that jow from the 750 over into here because he was fighting with that goonch, and I had to break that up real quick. We've got the golden dorado, and then there goes that red-tailed giant gourami right there. And everyone seems to be playing nice in here, and that gets a few other fish in this tank. There's another little African cichlid in there. I really got to clean the front on this glass, but look at that gourami. He is absolutely stunning. So that's where we move these guys, and gets a little more action in this tank back here. But we still have to put some more in here to get a little bit more a lot lively. I want to get in there and clean off this, you know, diatoms off the tiles, but it's just been so cold lately. We can look out this back door and it is just a snowy mess back there. Not fun in the wintertime. So I talked about him and the goonch getting into a fight. You can see his right, what do you want to call it, whisker got chewed on, and I watched the Jow do it. They were both cuddling together as they always have for the past 2-3 years, and he just went over there and just bit it. It was crazy. So I said that's enough and got him out. But the rays are looking great. We got recent mama right here. She is stacking on some weight again. I have been seeing Mr. Dad right here trying to go after other females like her, and even trying to get on her again. But while we're talking about rays, I can give you guys some updates on rays too. How cool is that? Okay, not only the black diamonds in the main tank are seeing progression, but I think this girl might have been plugged again. I've been seeing her getting larger and larger on her backs, and this guy is very what do you want to call it, feisty. He loves the ladies. So there we go. I think old girl that had the 2 pups or the 3 pups recently, I think she's going to go ahead and drop again, and that'll have some really nice babies around here. Down in this bottom 75, we've got another Chinese Wells down here, regular variant, not albino. But we'll get them going. Bottom turtle tank is empty. Rehomed all them turtles. So we've been moving a lot of stuff. On Thursday, I believe I've got this platinum red tail finding a home. That iridescent shark, the giant gourami that's down here, that lungfish I told you guys about, and one of the baby rays up here. So how cool is that? We're seeing a bunch of fish being rehomed, and the guy who's coming back for these fish was the one who rehomed one of the fly rivers already. I've got a deposit on the other one, should be gone later this month. So things are definitely moving here. It took a little while to find the perfect home for them, so I didn't want them to go to just anybody or someone with, you know, a 300 gallon tank. So I wanted to make sure that they went to a proper home. Just so happens my buddy who's cared for him in the past, he came up, he got back into the hobby and built a nice huge pond in his basement, had it running, and just so happens he was online looking to buy another fly river turtle, and then seen my adoption video, and he's like, perfect. So over here in this 750 gallon, we've got the tropical gar, we've got these fortigars, the xanthic clown knife, these Papua catfish, which I actually had someone coming to get them, but of course they were a no-show. Look at that beautiful clown knife right there. Just very impressive markings on him. I like him very, very much. Got a nice red tail, Asian red tail cat back there. But I am thinking of them 2 lungfish behind the monster pond, bringing them back up into this tank and having all 3 on display here, and giving this tank a little bit of a revamp. It's been so bad because the front's covered by this 20-foot long tank, and we need to get back moving on that. You guys have heard about the problems with the coating. So we painted all 3 tanks, and the coating started to fail on the sump, so we don't trust the tanks. I've been going back and forth with this company, and they said they were going to send me a shipping label to return the other pails so that they could go ahead and do a batch check on the remaining paint, and it's been fighting tooth and nails. It's past the return period, so nothing I can do about that. So I'm just trying to bite the bullet and work with this company as much as I can, but it's been rough. But you can see all the different areas that it's just rusting through this coating, and we cannot have that when it comes to aquatics. The outside, however, is doing phenomenal. Okay, and while I'm doing stuff here, I got this plant that I have to put in this right corner, spruce up this tank just a wee bit. So we're gonna go ahead and get that in and see how she looks. All right, there she is in that back corner. You can definitely see the one on the left is new and vibrant. That is an older one that just happened to come in a donation box, but it definitely works. Now I can rearrange some of this wood or even take a piece out and decorate up this centerpiece with some plants, and we'll be done. That'll look very, very great. You look at this tank over here, looks spectacular, even though it's just for the electric eel and he loves to hide back there. The tank is very eye-grabbing and catchy, so super cool on that one. And we even said we want to do some stuff around the center here, maybe plants in the back corner there. So I have to work with these companies. We found a new one that makes them, so we're going to try and get some new plants here and see about decorating the rest of the tanks in the rescue. And before we go, we got this emperor cichlid. Look at them colors, looking fantastic. I'm just trying to get her to eat because she has not eaten yet, so I want to make sure she is eating good before we go ahead and move her to the display tank. All right, guys, so we got some big news for you, and I just realized we didn't even make a video on this. My dad mentioned it on the live streams, but we've just been so disgusted with this whole ordeal. Then some other stuff happens, and it has not been fun. But yes, we did them coatings on them tanks, and the coating did fail. So that's why you haven't seen too much progress with those tanks, because I have to scrape and redo it, and I'm not going to scrape it and let them get flash rusted again and have to re-prep them. They're at least coated, so once I get the new coating here, we can then scrape and re-coat. But we've been going back and forth with this company. They've been awful to us because it's past the 30-day return window, and they don't want to give me my money back or honor a failed product, which I would never have anyone use this product ever again on the face of this earth. It's absolutely horrible. But we're going through this, sharing our experience so you guys don't have to. But I've been working with the Sherwin-Williams rep, going through my day job. They're used to doing marine coatings. Told him my application. He's like, you need this. You can apply it by hand. You don't need no special equipment. And it dries in less than 24 hours. So we're going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and apply that. That is a 2-part epoxy, but it's not like normal epoxies. It's actually a larger mix ratio than most, but it is an industrial coating. So it should do the job, and it's going to be much better in the long run. And while that's all going on, you guys aren't getting videos of the new tank builds because of that. Me and Dad have been just disgusted about it, and then you guys knew about Bruiser. He wasn't feeling well. We tried, doing stuff for him in the pond here. We ended up getting so bad he didn't eat for 2 weeks or so. It went on to 3 or 4, and we came down to the last day. We're like, we have to do something. So we pulled him out, and we ended up doing surgery on him. And you guys know, just like we did with that bass, we went ahead. I had to look up and find out what kind of anatomy I could on an arapaima, and I ended up having to go down through his back to reach the air bubble. And when we pulled the needle out, we got a little bit of blood in there, which is not a great sign. But right after that we did the air bubble, we went ahead, put him back released into the tank. And he swam normal. He was just, having a hard time swimming. He was using his back, tail just a bit more. And we ended up coming out in the morning, and he sadly did pass. So that is another thing that we've just been disgusted with. He grew out in here. He was Brutus's the best friend. Another thing that I don't know maybe had something to do with it. You guys noticed the larger he got, the more his head turned. When I measured it, it was a 60-degree turn from straight body to hit his head. and it looked messed up. So that could have had something to do with it. Maybe some of his organs were pushed in and not in the right spot. So the more that he grew, it, you know, pushed on him and, you know, ended up causing that air bubble. It was kind of hard for us to do anything without having, you know, a little X-ray machine and having the full anatomy of an arapaima. We're just going off of what we know and what we've been. Sadly, we couldn't save Mr. Bruiser, so we just got Brutus in the pond right now. I wanted to show you guys the surgery, but I got in trouble with YouTube last time for showing the surgery on the bass, and I got a little bit of a strike for it. So I can't show that on video here for you guys, but I at least wanted you guys, I know you guys, you know, follow along on the videos and want to know what's going on and keep up to date. We've done a little bit of a bad job trying to keep you guys in the loop just because we've been so disgusted with the tanks and the fish. But we at least wanted to let you guys know. So hope you guys enjoyed. We will definitely catch you in the next video. And hopefully the next one is much better. And we are in great moods. As always, stay fishy, my friends.